Trigger warning for a very disturbing exam scenario, violence, and implied gore. Nothing too graphic, though. The entrance exam was held at a foreign academy, one I'd never visited before. And, of course, I was late. No people, no directions, just long, echoing corridors and my footsteps bouncing off the silence. I wandered until I found my assigned room. Wasn't hard to find, but the moment I stepped inside, something felt off. It was a big hall, easily fit for 80, maybe 100 students. But there was no one. Just one man by his desk, a teacher. He glanced up from the papers in his hand. "Late," he muttered. "Take a seat." I blinked. "Wait, the exam's over?" He turned toward me. "No." I hesitated. "Then, where is I said, sit." A shiver crawled down my spine as I obeyed. The classroom looked normal, but a strange chill clung to the air. Thick, wrong, heavy like fog you couldn't see. I slid into the second bench, middle row. He walked over and handed me the exam papers. I looked down and froze. My name was printed at the top. My student ID, my department, everything already filled out. Wait, why is my information already here? "Because this test is for you," he said. "I filled in your data from the registration form." My skin prickled. Why just for me? Was all of this even allowed? I skimmed the questions and felt my stomach twist. Biology? "Sir, I'm in commerce. I don't take biology." "Do I look like I care?" he snapped. "You have 10 minutes. A wave of unease rose in my chest. "Sir, this is absurd." "No talking." He clicked a stopwatch. "Your time starts now." I stared at him, stunned. He walked to the door and locked it. I didn't really have a choice, so I looked down at the papers. "Answer all the following questions to pass. If you leave before time ends, you fail. Use time wisely." My throat dried. I didn't know how to react, but question 1 was simple enough. 1. What are the vital organs which, if removed, will result in immediate death? Weirdly phrased for an entrance exam, but not impossible. I wrote the obvious: brain, heart, lungs, etc. I moved to the next. 2. Describe what happens to a human body after prolonged exposure to radiation. That wasn't standard. That was disturbing. Even just reading it made my skin crawl. Still, I answered what I remembered. Hair loss, vomiting, tissue damage, cancer, death. Then I flipped the page. 3. Describe a painful method you would use to kill someone. I nearly dropped the paper. That wasn't a curveball, that was a confession request. My pen hovered. My brain screamed no, but curiosity whispered, "What kind of test is this?" "Sir?" I called out. He raised his head from whatever he was scribbling at the desk. "Is this a prank?" "Does it look like one?" His voice turned icy. He stood, walked toward me. "Your time is running. Hurry up and finish." Then he walked past me, casual, like this was just a regular day. I sat there, stunned. My pen hesitated, then wrote one word. Fire. I turned the page and nearly screamed. The question came with a photo, a high-resolution image of a woman's head, split cleanly in half. Skull open, no censorship. The image wasn't pixelated. It was too clear, like it had been taken with purpose. 4. Identify and label all the visible organs in the image below you will take first. My pen slipped from my hand. This wasn't an exam. This was something else. I tried to flip to the next page to skip it, but I felt him behind me. Close. Too close. His body heat was right at my back. He was watching my hand. I gulped, labeled the most basic parts. Eyes, brain, sinuses, whatever I could. Then flipped forward. The next page was worse. More images, vivid. Bodies shredded beyond recognition. My stomach twisted. I almost puked. You have to answer everything to pass. His cold voice slithered into my ear. We don't want to fail, do we? Even though it was cold, I was sweating. 5. Name an object that could cause a human body to end up in this state. I stared at the blank space beneath. Acid. I moved on, bracing for something worse. 6. Circle the weapon you see first. A blurry, low-quality photo. Dark, hard to make out. Looked very confusing. But there. An axe? I circled it, uneasy. Then turned the page. 7. Choose a method you prefer to die by from question 1 to 6, or wait until the time ends. My stomach dropped. I stared, frozen, hands trembling. I flipped the page. 8. Fulfill question 7. That was the only instruction. I understood now. I'd been writing my own death. 6 minutes left. I couldn't pick any of them. No. And I didn't want to wait for him to kill me either. I can't pass this exam. I will die if I pass, and I don't think I'll gain anything by failing. I think. I stood quietly, tried to leave. So, his cold voice behind me. You want to fail? I bolted. He caught me easily. Like he knew I would run. He looked at the clock. Since you won't answer, your examiner will choose. His grip tightened. I struggled, kicking wildly. My legs buckled beneath panic. I didn't want to die, especially not like that. He smiled. Calm. Casual. Sit down. You haven't answered question 7. No! I want to fail! He shoved me back into the seat. I have to make sure my students don't fail. Then, he reached into his pocket and pulled out a lighter. My chest seized. His thumb hovered over the spark wheel. You kids always write fire, so I come prepared. Before he could strike the flame, I kicked him hard. He did get hurt, but not enough. Then another kick. The square of his crotch. I even used my nails, screams, anything that would make him slow down. And kicking his stomach was the answer. He screamed. I ran for the door after one last kick, tugged the handle. Locked. Shit. I spun around. He was already recovering. 1 minute left. My eyes scanned. How do I escape? Where's the opening? The window. 3rd floor it was. My brain screamed to jump off. But 3rd floor? Screw it. I don't want to die from any of those methods in the question paper. I sprinted. I shoved a desk behind me, slammed shoulder first into the glass. I don't remember the landing. Only waking up in a hospital bed. Alive. The first few days blurred together. My family visited later. I felt safe enough to relax. I wasn't sure what happened, why that exam even existed. Until day 3. The academy counselor came with the police. They handed me my exam paper. I had failed. They apologized, said even with high security they'd lost more students, injured them. Yes, more students. I wasn't alone in that classroom, apparently. Me, along with 3 more students, were present. We can't interact because our room numbers are different. But he can. The gruesome photos I saw? Victims of the teacher. Students before me who attended the exam. The ones who passed. And the teacher? Dead. For 5 years. A serial killer who used to run his own entrance exams. Targeting students. He liked the ones who showed up late or too early. Said a student once managed to kill him in self-defense. But even in death, he returns. Those who passed never return. When the police left, I sat in silence, rethinking all the moments. When my phone buzzed. One new message. Name, Alexander. Grade, F. And for the first time in my life, I was relieved to fail.